Welcome back, gamers. I am Danny,
Evelyn,
at the Nintendo K channel. Today, Nintendo released some really cool news, and Evelyn is extremely excited for it.
I was sleeping, and then Danny just woke me up. He's like, "You want to see something cool?" And I'm like, "Okay, what?" I'm like, "Did you just get like 10,000 or 100,000 subscribers?" No, he just showed me the tweet. And the Nintendo just announced something really cool that we all were expecting it.
Yeah.
And especially for me, because I actually grew up with this system. Yeah. Right?
I grew up with it as well, back in the 90s, early 90s, and that is the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, but it's actually the SNES Classic Edition. Right. So really a fun system that I grew up with, and I'm sure Evelyn as well.
I mean, can you believe this big one? It's gonna be like tiny, like what's the mini NES? It was so tiny. I don't know about the controller. You think the controller is gonna be the same?
The controller is, I believe it's going to be the exact same shape and size. It's going to be just like that. This is our actual childhood controllers from when we were kids playing, and they're now with these adult hands. So it's very nostalgic and really brings back a lot of joy and memories.
Yeah,
for sure.
I was so excited when he told me. I was just speechless because I didn't know that they were gonna make it this year. I knew kind of because of the mini NES, right? And we play a lot in that mini NES. I mean, the games that they included is incredible. We play so much, right, in the NES. Yeah. And they're like what, 30 games?
They're about 30 games, right? NES Classic Edition.
Right.
If you guys remember, this was so hard to get from Nintendo. We went to the launch party for the Nintendo store, New York store, and it was a blast. And I remember people having a hard time getting this, but hopefully Nintendo does, release a much, larger supply this time around.
Because there's a lot of people that it's like they grew up with it, and then not only that, I see a lot of adults, they play with their children because they're showing them like, oh, this is the game that we grew up with it, and then they just get hooked in it and they just play it. So I really hope Nintendo will work with this, like inventory or supply. For all of us to at least get one. I grew up with it. Well, I actually grew up with both. Right. But the Super Nintendo
holds dear to our heart more than anything.
And then this one, the one that we just showed, that's the one from my childhood, right?
This is the actual system, Evelyn's system when she was a kid. She played it with her little tiny hands, and to this day, it's still here with us.
And then clean it up and recover. It looks like brand new.
Yeah, so it is releasing on September 29th of this year, so it's really exciting. It's not that far off.
And it's $79.99?
It's for $79.99, obviously available at your local retailers, online retailers as well.
Right, and the cool thing about it, when we read the titles of all the games that are included, there are 21 amazing games that are in it. There are
21, but I'm going to name a few of them that I have in hand that it's in part of my Nintendo K collection that gets you guys a little interested in what it's about. You will see in the 21 games that are included is one particular one that I'm really excited. I'm going to discuss that in a little bit. It's never been released before, and that really, when I saw it in the image, that's like when Nintendo tweeted out, I was just like, I don't know, I was like
think everybody's surprised about that game.
I was like, oh, I always want to play the official releaser and the final version of the game. So going through, one of the games that's released is going to be Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo.
And this one I play a lot. I grew up in it, and I play so much, like so many times in there, this one. I'm so excited about this one, and I can't wait to play it again. Oh yeah,
this is a lot of fun. I love it a lot.
I'm so happy that you have it in box. It's just so in mint condition.
Unfortunately, this copy, the next game that many people have a high demand for, it's a very elusive RPG for many because it's so expensive getting a physical copy, and that is EarthBound for the Super Nintendo. Now, this game, I don't have a box for it because obviously, like I said, it's very pricey.
Expensive. When I saw the price, I never heard about this game, but then he showed me, look at the price, I'm like, wow, seriously, it's so expensive.
It's so expensive.
I mean, hey, at least you get the game.
Yeah, at least I got the game.
You got the meat of it.
One of my favorite RPGs of all time, that is Final Fantasy III for the Super Nintendo. Now, this is actually Final Fantasy VI in Japan, and Final Fantasy VI is amazing. The story, the gameplay is unmatched. One of my favorite RPGs of all time. That's for that reason, a must play, and I love this one to death. Now, this is another game that needs no introduction. This is to me, is one of the best Zelda games in history, and that is The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past for Super Nintendo. This is part of the SNES Classic Edition. A legendary game, great storyline, very badass difficulty. You gotta work it to get through this game, but it's really worth it though. It's a great game. Awesome.
That's your childhood game?
Yes, these are all my childhood games for the most part. Let me see. Next one is, now this is the game that I mentioned, and it's a franchise that I'm pretty excited for. It's Star Fox for Super Nintendo. Now this is my childhood copy as well, and what's great about the action, the first time that Nintendo ventured into 3D, amazing gameplay, love it. And with that in mind, they also announced that with the SNES Classic Edition is Star Fox 2, the sequel. It's never been released. It was canceled before it was actually came to market at all. It's because at the time Nintendo 64 was coming to the market, and because of that they didn't want the competitors get their hands on like 3D, because at the time PlayStation was coming out, and so Nintendo just made the decision just cancel the game, even though it's finished. And it never came out, and it just stayed in limbo until this very day that we finally found out it will be released on the SNES Classic Edition. So really stoked and pumped for that.
I know you were excited about the Star Fox was released for the Wii U.
Yes.
Remember when they? I mean, that game is hard though.
Yeah, it really.
But the graphics is amazing. It's
right this day, the graphics is a little bit primitive, but you have to understand back in the early '90s, 3D was not even really a big thing yet, and everything was a side scroller, 2D, the way that you see classic games that people are known to have. So another game that is really a lot of fun, and I really enjoy it, is Super Castlevania 4. A really highly recommended game. One of the best beat 'em ups gameplay type of Castlevania before the Metroidvania kind of style of Symphony of the Night kind of game. So I love this game to death. I played this like crazy when I was a kid.
I think you played this like during Halloween, is it?
Yes, yeah, I love to play this kind of stuff during Halloween.
Every year Halloween he just played this game, and he said it's a scary movie, it's a scary game. I said I don't want to watch it. It's like, but he plays this every Halloween, every year. Yeah, it is a great game for sure. Another game that I hold a very special place in my heart because I played it with my dad up to the very end. That he stopped playing games himself because he couldn't handle controls of the more advanced games from after Super Nintendo. That is Super Mario Kart, the first original Mario Kart ever in the franchise. And like I said, I played with my dad a lot with this game. Also, another game that I'm gonna mention in a little bit. It also holds a special place in my heart and a special Evelyn. But for me, the battle mode, it actually has a battle mode, not like Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. It has a battle mode first time, and the races are slick and you're doing shortcuts. I love the design. And I remember you showed me this, and I'm like, what is this? I'm like, I can't drift. I can't. It's so hard. Yeah, there is no drifting, guys. It's old school Mario Kart. That's how it is. So hard. And I was like, no, I'm gonna go back to Mario Kart 8. Yeah. And now this is the last game that I got on the Super Nintendo, and I played it like crazy, and it is the first type of RPG for the Super Mario Bros. Franchise. That is Super Mario RPG: The Legend of the Seven Star. This one is such a mint condition that I have in my collection. It is the copy that I had as a kid, and it still has a shrink wrap. I just opened up on the side, but it actually still has the tab, the original tab, and everything. Everything is perfection in this game, and I love the gameplay. The character is such, it has a great characters. It was a collaboration with Square Enix with Nintendo, a first in its history, and a really great game for sure. So. The next one I am gonna show because I grew up with it and I play so much. Yeah. Look, I'm even wearing a shirt. So this is Super Mario World. Yeah. So I actually play so much with my brother, and I still remember it's such a great game. I don't know, I can't stop, like it's not like never enough to play this game. Yeah. Even until nowadays, I still sometimes we just like, oh, let's play. The music, the graphic, everything. It's just totally timeless. Just timeless, yes. Yeah, a fantastic game. I also played with my dad a lot when it came out. Easy to pick up and to play right away and have a good time. Really. Yes, yeah. It is. And the next game, Evelyn has enjoy a lot playing it, and it's not that long ago she played it as well. Yeah, so this game actually is a funny story. Danny actually put it up in the Super Nintendo, right? Yeah. And then he showed it to me, and I'm like, I never played a Yoshi game. And then from there, I started to play this one. and then I just started playing to the 3DS one, right?
Yeah.
And the Wii U one too. I'm so really addicted to the Yoshi Island, and especially the one that's gonna come out. I think they announced it for the Switch. Oh
yes.
wow! I can't.
It was during the E3 Nintendo
but
Spotlight.
This is amazing. It just the music and everything. I just love it. It's so cute. I mean, who could not like Yoshi, right?
Yeah. So Nintendo announced 21 games in total, a variety of franchises that in Nintendo's catalog to be included. The Super Nintendo Classic Edition.
You don't have all of them.
Yeah, I don't have every one of them. But the ones that I mentioned is the ones that hold really close to my heart, and the other games are fantastic as well. And I have yet to even play them.
I know you were surprised when they announced all the list of the games, especially the one of them, right?
Yeah,
like, you are so surprised, so excited about it.
Star Fox 2. They also mentioned Super Metroid in there. Really exciting to finally see Super Metroid come out like that and to be included in such a compilation of games. So I will put the entire list down in the description for you to see what games are interesting to you, and maybe if you're able to get the Super Nintendo Classic Edition down the line, let me know down below in the comments. Let me know what are your favorite games. Are you excited for the SNES Classic Edition?
I know a lot of you were excited. They were asking us, but we wasn't sure because Nintendo did not confirm it, right? Yeah. It was rumored, but we will not say yes or no until it's confirmed. Yeah. But we would like to hear what you guys think. Were you excited? What's your reaction? The games? Yeah. Just tell us anything about it.
Tell us your feelings about it. I know, like I said, I know that you guys are gonna be like, oh my god, it's gonna be hard to get, but hopefully everything works out for you guys. We're rooting for you. Check your local retailers for pre-orders. I'm sure you guys get your hands on it as soon as it's being available.
Right.
Yeah. So maybe Nintendo World, the New York store, will make a launch party. We'll be right there to show everything around. So stay tuned on Nintendo.
So remember September 29th.
September 29th for $79.99. That's your target there. So I am Danny
Evelyn
at the Nintendo K channel. If you enjoyed this episode, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to Nintendo K, that always helps out a lot, and we will catch you again in the next episode. Bye guys!